What is happening, Pump Talk Nation? Get ready, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the inside scoop on all the action you cannot miss. The game is changing by the minute, alliances are shattering, and the drama is reaching critical mass. From explosive confrontations to unexpected confessions, this is where you get your essential updates, faster and hotter than ever before. We're diving headfirst into the most talked about moments that are shaking up the landscape. Are you ready to get plugged in? Let's go. First up, we're heading into the Big Brother house where the tension is palpable, and one houseguest is playing a dangerous game of provocation. We've seen alliances tested, whispers turn to accusations, and a strategy that's pushing everyone to their absolute limit. Is this calculated chaos, or is someone about to face the consequences of poking the bear too hard? You won't want to miss this deep dive into the escalating conflicts and the real impact on the game's outcome. Then, we're staying in the Big Brother arena for a classic, he said. She said situation that's tearing the house apart. When conflicting stories emerge, trust evaporates and loyalties are questioned, the game gets seriously messy. Who's telling the truth and who's spinning a web of deceit? We're breaking down how these narratives are shaping nominations and potentially leading to a massive blindside. Get ready for the fallout. Next, prepare for a seismic shift as a once-unbreakable alliance in the Big Brother house crumbles spectacularly. We're talking about a direct confrontation, accusations of betrayal, and a public rift that has everyone talking. Was this a calculated move or a genuine breakdown of trust? We've got the full story on how this personal drama is impacting the game's strategy and who might be left exposed. And finally, in a moment of pure, unadulterated humor, one houseguest's confession about their love for DVR is giving us all the laughs and a much-needed dose of reality. It's a hilarious reminder of life outside the game and a quirky confession that's quickly becoming a fan favorite. We'll tell you why this seemingly small moment is actually a big deal for connecting with the houseguests on a personal level. Stick around for all the explosive details, and make sure you're subscribed and hitting that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Let's get into it. The bear has been poked. Inside the Big Brother 27 house, a volatile atmosphere is brewing, with one houseguest's calculated provocations pushing fellow contestants to their limits and creating an undeniable buzz among viewers. The social experiment, known for its intense alliances and betrayals, has entered a phase where nerves are frayed and facades are cracking under the pressure. Kelly, a houseguest who has become synonymous with stirring the pot, is reportedly employing a strategy of sowing discord, targeting others with whisper campaigns and spinning seemingly innocent interactions into elaborate conspiracies. This approach has not gone unnoticed by her peers, many of whom are beginning to see through her sweet and innocent facade, recognizing it as a deliberate game tactic that may soon backfire. Simultaneously, Rachel finds herself under intense scrutiny, facing the distinct possibility of a renomination. Already burdened by the stress of being on the block, she recently had a public and awkward confrontation with Kelly, expressing her frustration by refusing a hug and labeling Kelly as mean. While Rachel's paranoia may be rooted in the game's realities, her candid reactions are proving to be a challenge in maintaining crucial alliances. A moment that began innocently, with houseguests sharing compliments and celebrating Lauren's birthday, quickly devolved into palpable discomfort. Rachel's open mockery of the perceived fake niceness, likening it to a scene from the Twilight Zone, offered viewers a stark glimpse into the emotional toll of prolonged isolation and the exhausting nature of maintaining pleasantries under constant surveillance. The escalating tension has led to direct pushback against Kelly's manipulative tactics, with one houseguest explicitly warning that she is poking the bear, signaling a potential tipping point in her gameplay. In the high-stakes environment of Big Brother, antagonizing too many players can swiftly lead to a surge of eviction votes. With Rachel in a vulnerable position and Kelly's actions drawing increasing criticism, the house's alliances are poised for rapid shifts. Should Rachel face another nomination, Kelly could easily become the scapegoat for the house's frustrations. The fan base is actively engaged in debates about whether Kelly's strategy will ultimately prove successful or spectacularly self-destructive. Regardless of the outcome, Big Brother 27, the bear has been poked, appears to be a pivotal turning point that could fundamentally alter the season's trajectory. Audience impact. Fans are dissecting Kelly's every move, debating whether her poking the bear strategy will lead to her own downfall or secure her a dominant position in the game. But is this calculated chaos enough to secure victory, or is it a path to self-destruction? Next, we're diving into a classic she said scenario that's tearing the Big Brother house apart. He said, she said, house drama reaches a boiling point. The latest episode of Big Brother 27 has plunged the house into a maelstrom of accusations and counter-accusations, centered around a classic he said, she said narrative that is rapidly eroding trust and fracturing alliances. This episode highlights the precarious nature of relationships within the isolated environment of the Big Brother house, where conflicting accounts of private conversations can have significant gameplay repercussions. The fallout from these disputes is leaving players scrambling to solidify their positions, questioning loyalties, and potentially sealing their own fate as the season progresses. The episode's unfolding drama serves as a stark reminder of how quickly a carefully constructed social game can unravel when the lines of communication become blurred by conflicting testimonies. At the heart of the week's turmoil are diverging accounts of alleged promises of safety made between houseguests. One participant claims a fellow housemate explicitly guaranteed their security in the game, while the other party vehemently denies any such agreement was ever reached. This fundamental disagreement has ignited a firestorm of whisper campaigns and strategic maneuvering, with each individual attempting to control the narrative and sway opinions in their favor. As the tension permeates the house, alliances that once appeared unshakable are now showing visible signs of strain, with members reassessing their allegiances and considering the potential fallout of aligning with individuals perceived to be on the wrong side of the truth. This she said battle transcends mere personal disputes. It carries tangible consequences for the game itself, forcing players to make critical decisions about who to trust and whose version of events to believe. The pervasive uncertainty stemming from these conflicting stories is directly impacting the week's nominations. The head of household finds themselves in an unenviable position, facing immense pressure to make a choice that could alienate a significant portion of the house, thereby opening the door for strategic backdoor plays. Many viewers find these intricate social dynamics to be the most compelling aspect of Big Brother, often overshadowing the physical competitions or straightforward strategic maneuvers. Social media platforms are abuzz with debates among fans, dissecting the credibility of each houseguest involved and speculating on whether this escalating drama will culminate in a significant blindside during the upcoming eviction. Audience impact. Viewers are fiercely debating which houseguest's account is more believable, predicting how this, he said, she said narrative will influence the next eviction. With trust shattered and alliances in question, who will be the next to fall? Prepare yourself for another explosive development as a powerful alliance begins to fracture. Mickey and Morgan's explosive rift shakes the house. Big Brother 27 is delivering a season packed with high-stakes drama, but the most startling development has been the dramatic implosion of the alliance between Mickey and Morgan. Once considered inseparable allies, their relationship has devolved into a bitter feud marked by distrust and mutual accusations, particularly after Mickey found herself nominated for eviction. This intense confrontation has sent shockwaves through the house, leaving both houseguests and viewers questioning whether this marks the definitive end for one of the season's most formidable partnerships. The friction ignited when Vince, this week's head of household, placed Mickey on the eviction block, a move that caught her completely off guard. However, the situation escalated dramatically when Mickey perceived that Morgan might have been aware of the nomination beforehand. In a heated exchange, Mickey openly accused Morgan of failing to protect her, suggesting that her closest ally might have orchestrated her downfall. Morgan, in defense, asserted her lack of control over the HOH decision, but acknowledged she had anticipated Mickey might be targeted. This disagreement quickly polarized the house, with other contestants aligning themselves with either Mickey or Morgan, amplifying the existing tension. The conflict intensified as Mickey leveled accusations of complicity against Morgan, while Morgan countered by suggesting that Mickey's own erratic gameplay had finally led to her predicament. Morgan articulated her perspective by stating, Everybody wanted you on that block because of what you've been doing, lying, spreading things, planting seeds. What was once a foundation of unwavering loyalty has been replaced by suspicion and palpable resentment. Even those observing the confrontation described it as deeply uncomfortable, indicating that the fracture in their relationship could indeed be irreparable. For the viewers invested in the season, the disintegration of Mickey and Morgan's alliance represents a significant turning point. Their partnership was widely regarded as one of the strongest and most reliable bonds in the house, but this sudden collapse leaves both players in precarious positions. Mickey is resolute in her determination to fight for survival, emphasizing that she still has allies who will support her in the upcoming veto competition. Nevertheless, her trust in Morgan appears irrevocably broken. Morgan, too, may face repercussions as the house begins to question her loyalty and her proximity to the unfolding drama. This storyline has emerged as a defining narrative of Big Brother 27, powerfully illustrating how swiftly allegiances can disintegrate within the confines of the house. With Mickey on the block and the veto competition on the horizon, the repercussions of this intense dispute could significantly shape the season's trajectory. Should Mickey secure her safety, the spotlight of potential eviction may shift elsewhere. Conversely, if she is evicted, Morgan could find herself increasingly isolated as her alliances reassess their confidence in her. Audience impact. Fans are speculating on whether Morgan's perceived lack of support for Mickey will lead to her own isolation or if she can navigate the fallout. This alliance implosion is a game changer, but what's next for the house? Get ready for a humorous twist, as one house guest reveals a hilariously relatable obsession. Will's DVR dilemma adds humor to the house. While Big Brother 27 has been a captivating season filled with strategic gameplay, unexpected blindsides, and intense emotional drama, a recent moment of levity has captured the audience's attention. Houseguest Will has become the unexpected source of humor and relatability with his candid confession about his deep-seated affection for his DVR, offering a refreshing departure from the usual high-stakes competition. In a candid conversation, Will admitted that while many of his fellow houseguests have fully embraced the convenience of modern streaming services, he remains a staunch advocate for traditional cable and DVR technology. His primary motivation? The unparalleled ability to record content and, crucially, to skip commercials. He humorously lamented that life within the confines of the Big Brother house deprives him of the simple luxury of fast-forwarding through advertisements or rewinding to rewatch missed moments. This personal quirk provides a humorous contrast to the constant strategic maneuvering and interpersonal conflicts that typically dominate the show's narrative. Will affectionately referred to his DVR as one of his most cherished possessions, even humorously imagining the utility of a pause button for awkward conversations or a rewind function to catch subtle nuances he might have missed. His housemates found his confession amusing, with Kelly playfully teasing him about his perceived, old-school tendencies. The sentiment even extended beyond the house, with a mention of Gwen, Will's partner outside the game, who is diligently recording every episode of Big Brother 27 back home, ensuring Will doesn't miss a beat, or perhaps, ensuring his parents' DVR doesn't overflow. This lighthearted anecdote serves as a potent reminder that beneath the layers of strategy, manipulation, and competition, the houseguests are fundamentally individuals with relatable quirks and preferences. Will's attachment to his DVR resonates particularly with viewers who experience the pre-streaming era of television, evoking a sense of nostalgia. It highlights the human element of the game, showcasing how contestants find ways to entertain themselves and connect with their lives outside the game, even in the most controlled environments. As the season progresses with its inevitable strategic battles and evictions, moments like Will's DVR confession provide essential balance, injecting humor and a sense of normalcy into the often intense atmosphere. Audience impact. Will's relatable confession about his love for DVR has become a fan-favorite moment, offering a humorous and humanizing glimpse into life inside the Big Brother house. While Will's DVR obsession brought laughs, the game's biggest rivalries are far from over. Stay tuned as we recap the most explosive moments and give you the full picture. Well, Pump Talk Nation, that's a wrap on another electrifying update. We saw alliances tested in the Big Brother house, a dramatic he said, she said situation causing chaos, a major rift between Mickey and Morgan, and Will's hilarious DVR confession. What a week. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe for more exclusive content, ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop, drop a comment below with your thoughts on who's playing the best game, and follow us on all our social channels for behind-the-scenes action. We'll see you next time.